LDRs. Welcome back. We got a full boat. Our gypsy has returned. He has
Fucking
returned.
finally.
He has returned. And
Oh,
he's
sorry, I had priorities like getting engaged and shit.
yes. Congratulations, Evan.
It's only a
Congratulations.
priority if you like the other person, Evan.
Well, then I would say it's a priority.
Yeah. Yes, we're very
Congratulations, Evan.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
Carl, I got so fucking excited for him. I sent him $100 to drink on me a bit that night. Yeah, I was pumped. I was very happy for him.
That's cool.
What'd you say when you called me? You was like, I promised Madeline I wouldn't call you, but fuck it, I'm calling
Yeah,
her. It was like
yep,
10 minutes
I
after you got
promised.
off the phone with her.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna call Evan till tomorrow. Let you guys have your fun. And it lasted about 30 seconds. I was like, no, I'm fucking calling him. Yeah, I was pumped up. Like I was excited for my guy. So I'm happy, man. This is fucking great. Like I told you many times, you were already family. Let's just make it official. That's all. So that
And I
happened.
called it back in July. I should win money on that bet.
Oh, that is funny, huh? You know what? If we went back to those things, that's there. You're like, so how was getting married like? And he's like, we're not married yet. And he's like, well, But truth be told, Carl, Evan was talking about it when you were on that trip. So you had a little bit of inside baseball going.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and then also because
That's close.
I've known for a while myself, and even my folks, I didn't tell a fucking soul. So I was proud of myself too. I'm really good at keeping secrets though. So another thing we got to talk about. The last time we were on here, it was the sixth inning of Dodgers Yankees.
I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
That's fair. That's fair.
We all know what happened.
Yeah, Dodgers dominated. Yep, I agree. We don't have to
They
talk
didn't
about it.
dominate. The Yankees fucking fell apart.
What was the series count? Was it 4-1? No,
Yeah.
I guess
It was.
that's not domination, huh? Okay, that's fair. Not a big deal, Carl. Not a big deal.
When you drop 3 games when they should have won at least 2, you can call that dominating. I call it lucky, but it's okay. It's
Actually,
part
know
of the
what?
sport.
You're telling the truth, because if you look at the numbers side by side, there was no pure domination. It was just we were a more disciplined baseball team. That's all. Let's see. The moment was too big for you guys.
I guess.
Let's go over last week. We were gypsyless, but he's here now, so that's cool. That's real cool. Last week, I finished third, like usual. 10-5. Like, it's so
Oh,
funny.
that's a good score, though.
That's the thing. You guys are too good. You're too good. That's the problem. All right?
As I did that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, you guys, it's too good. Also, Evan's the only one that hit his lock.
Yeah, no,
Shit.
I fucked that one up.
So I originally had Cincinnati, and Carl talked me. He didn't talk me into it. I got excited when he was talking about New Orleans, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. I'll go New Orleans. Paid the price for that. That's all right. So with that said, Evan
Breaks my lock streak.
went 11-4 last week.
Damn. I wasn't even locked in. I thought I was doing bad.
Carl.
Like I told you, I haven't thought about football in 2 weeks.
Carl went 11-4. You two
God damn it.
just can't break away. But Evan hit his lock and Carl didn't. So
Yep.
Evan took the week at 12 points. Carl 11. Myself 10. Update the standings. Standings update. Carl 86-52. Evan 86-52. Still
Holy
identical
shit.
records. But Carl still number one.
Number one.
He is leading with 92 points on the year. Evan closed the gap last week. He's only 2 points back now at 90. Even. He's right on your fucking heels. He's one lock, well, a lock and a pick away. So he's right there. And then, you know what? I am 73-65. I'm 52%. I'm over 500, but I'm 18 points behind Carl. So I'm not even close to in this thing. But once again, it's only a week. We still got 8 more weeks, and we're not even including the playoffs. So I don't know if the playoffs should count, though, right? This is a season.
I didn't think we
total.
were doing the playoffs.
Well, we're gonna do shows in the playoffs. I don't think this. The
Okay.
totals,
Let's circle back.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Also,
Are you using Zoom terminology now because we're on Zoom?
We're on Zoom business, so I'm
yeah,
all
Yeah,
business.
so it's a meeting, so we'll circle
we'll,
back.
we'll circle
We'll
back.
circle back.
We'll circle
We can
back.
touch base on that later.
So with the standings like it is, the guest picker we've only had twice, 17-13. This week we got 4 buys: Cleveland, Green Bay, Las Vegas, and Seattle. This is a pick'em show. We're not picking spreads. We're not picking totals. This is more or less like there's a large population in this country that does office pick'ems, right? They just pick winners and losers. That's what this is for, right? That kind of thing. So if you're watching this and you're in a pick'em league at your office or something and you're losing, just follow Carl or Evan. They're gonna get the same numbers every week. They're gonna win for you. They're gonna win for you. Follow them. Take their advice. If you guys know somebody that needs help in their office league pick'em, send them this fucking link. Don't be a coward. All right. Now, also, we're going to go over our NFC, AFC Super Bowl predictor. Just the AFC, NFC. 1 and 2, we're going to do that later on. But, with all that rhetoric said, I don't think we have a lot of stuff to dig into with these games. We're not going to dip into Twitter today because it is on fire. I'm not going to subject everyone to that. But we are also at the glorious time of year where the political ads are done. They're over. It's kaput. They're gone. I don't care what side you lean, left or right. You're not coming here for politics, and we're not bringing that shit to you either. We're not doing it. Bam, it's over. Fuck, I'm happy.
That being said, no, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, I've only lost once in elections, so let's go that way. Anyways, Thursday, week 10, Cincinnati at Baltimore. Now, this is strange. Baltimore is a pretty heavy favorite against Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati, well, they've had their troubles and their tribulations. They're a 6.5 point favorite. Carl, Evan. Let's go Evan first. Evan, who do you like?
This was a contender when I was going over possible upsets for the week. Since his offense is on fire, but I mean their defense is garbage, and I think Baltimore starts to tighten down the secondary. I mean this has always been a defensive coached team, but it's got a lot of new pieces, a lot of young pieces. They let go of a lot of defensive pieces last year, so I think down the stretch we're going to see that secondary tighten down, and it's just going to be too much defensively for Cincinnati to handle.
Baltimore. Carl?
Yeah, I'm going with Baltimore too. He's right. Cincinnati's defense is trash. Baltimore's secondary has been giving up a lot of passing yards, but they don't give up a lot of rushing yards. So I do think they'll slow down Cincinnati in that aspect. And Baltimore has like one of the top offenses right now, rushing yards and points. So I think Cincinnati. I think it's going to be a good game, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it's going to be kind of one-sided. I think Baltimore's going to kind of overpower them on Thursday with no T. Higgins. It's just going to be Jamar Chase again and that other guy. He's filled in pretty good, but I think Baltimore probably gives them kind of a boat race.
So, last week, Cincinnati. I should have had this ready. I saw it earlier and I don't remember it. Anyways, they scored a lot last week, right? They did all that with actually Jamar Chase getting in the end zone. The one thing I'm doing it again. Cincinnati does well is they throw the fucking ball with Burrow. Baltimore's weakness is their secondary. We've seen it. Baltimore is also susceptible to looking past teams. They lost to Cleveland. Okay? I'm going to go on the upset early. Early upset. I'm taking Cincinnati. I got to gain ground here. I got to gain some fucking ground.
So is this your lock?
No. I'm just taking.
Oh,
no.
What do you mean by gain some ground? Oh, I
got to gain ground, dude.
Because we both took Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys will be dictating a lot today.
And I mean, him and Joe Burrow, I think, are about the same on the year. Lamar Jackson, they got like the same passing yards. I think Lamar Jackson only has 2 picks though, and Burrow has 4.
Come on, I
But
mean,
Burrow gets sacked a lot more.
this is much like when the bases are loaded and you gotta get the game going. You know, you gotta win. I like Joe Burrow to just figure it out and take the victory. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Cincinnati on the road in Baltimore for the win. Now, hey, we got a Germany game.
We do.
Let's see how we do.
Spreche die Deutsch.
It's my homeland.
I don't know if you guys can see it on your screen, but I just got hit with a fucking time running out. What does that mean? Hold on a second. Is this thing? I have to fucking upgrade. Hold on. I have to upgrade. It only has 9 minutes left in the meeting.
So you can issue another meeting and then we redo it.
Is that how that works?
Section by section, I guess. That's how. Is it telling you to upgrade?
Yeah, it says I have 9 minutes and 36 seconds left, or I can upgrade to Pro.
Oh wow.
What the fuck, dude? Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on.
That's bullshit.
Oh, I can pay them $159 a year.
That's crazy.
What the fuck, dude? Okay, we're gonna find out. We're gonna let it eat. All right. We're gonna let it eat, and then maybe I can just reissue it again. All right. Okay. Well, let's.
Might just have to switch back to disc.
Fuck. I guess so. All right. Hold on. Germany. This is a terrible game. Giants at Carolina in Spreche de Deutschland. Evan. Carl's gonna go first. Carl, what do you like?
Yeah, I better get to go fucking first. I don't think it's gonna be that bad because the Giants are gonna win. This is probably one of the last times they'll be favored this year. So in Germany, I think they'll take Carolina. Carolina's just been bad, and I'm hoping the Giants win. The only thing they can play is defense, and Carolina has suck offense. So
yeah,
I'm hoping the Giants pull it out, and it's a good W. It's probably going to be the last of the year.
So,
but I'm taking the Giants.
Yeah, as of today, the Giants are a 4.5-point favorite, so they're favored over a field goal. I'm gonna take Carolina.
Shit, I saw them at 6.
Yeah, it's the money's come in on Carolina in the past 24 hours. I'm gonna take Carolina because I don't know, man. I don't trust the Giants. Daniel Jones. Hey, man, you gotta give the guy credit. He's got a nice fat paycheck, so good job for him. I don't think Dayball or Daniel Jones are gonna be in your guys' locker room next season. So
probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Carolina just because it's ugly. It's just an ugly game, and I'm gonna flip the coin, take Carolina. Evan.
Well, as they say in the homeland.
Oh God.
I'm also taking the Giants.
Okay.
You're right. I don't know about it being ugly. I could see it being like a 24-27 type of game. But either way, I think New York has the defensive edge there. Both of their offenses are bad, but Giants' defense is actually top 15. So
they do sack the quarterback. Now that's a fact. They get after it.
They do.
They do. Now it is in Deutschland, so I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
look at
Those games are always funky.
they're funky.
Yep.
Also, it's kind of weird that the NFL decided to put those teams over there. If they're trying to expand the brand, I don't know why they chose that, but they did. So whatever. Okay, here we go. 10 a.m. slot. New England at Chicago. Chicago is a 7-point favorite right now, which is kind of wild. New England, I mean, come on. New England sucks too. Chicago, they're on this little bit of a slide the past 2 weeks, right? That lost that game to Washington on that Hail Mary, and then they got their ass beat again last week, right, by Kyler Murray. New England doesn't have the same quarterback play as Washington or Arizona. New England's not Kyler Murray or Jaden Daniels. That's not happening. Give me Chicago's defense. I'm taking Chicago. Carl.
Yeah, I got Chicago too. I think the defense overwhelms them because New England's New England started out the year on decent defense, and then they kind of fell off. They haven't been as good on defense, so I think Chicago will be able to score some points, and I don't think New England will be able to run on them. And that's kind of the only thing New England can do on offense. So I'm definitely rolling with Chicago at home. I don't think 7 is that crazy. I think they just don't want to pay out everybody for taking Chicago.
So I'm absolutely gonna be hammering Chicago. I'll actually probably buy it at -6.5. So I'll buy it a half a point down. That way, if they hit by 7, I win, not push. Evan,
Right.
what are you doing?
Being born and also taking Chicago.
Chicago.
I mean, for the same reasons. New England has a habit of keeping things close, but again, yeah, the defense is way better, and I think Caleb Williams at this point is a better quarterback than Drake May. That may not be the case come the end of the season, even, but
Yeah.
right now that's the way it looks.
That's how I feel about that game.
Is Drake May playing, or is it still Jacoby?
Oh, that's true. Is Drake May injured?
That's what I thought. Jacoby. I thought
he had a concussion last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was from the week prior. He was in protocol, I thought. Wait, hold on.
Yep, Drake May officially off latest Patriots injury report 3 hours ago.
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's playing. I still don't think Drake May against the Chicago defense is going to be enough. They're probably better off
Chicago's
with
defense
Brisket.
is brutal.
Yeah, they're a good defense. Their offense, though, a lot of questionable coaching stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo at Indy. Now, this is weird. So, Indy's defense had a great game last week. But, surprisingly enough, Buffalo is only favored by 4.5 in the Loud House of Indianapolis, which I think is strange. So, I'm going to start with you, Carl. What are you taking?
I don't think it's that strange just because Indy does play better at home. They have Joe Flacco back at the helm. I don't know for how long, but I think that makes their offense better. And their defense is like middle of the pack. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Buffalo's just been, to be honest, I think they've outplayed their roster. I think they just gel, and to me that makes for a good team. They still have Josh Allen. They got Amari Cooper. I think he's questionable this week. Did you say praise him?
I said praise him to Joshua.
Yeah, praise Joshua.
So I'm rolling with Buffalo. I think they get the win. But yeah, four does seem kind of close, but I think it's reasonable.
Yeah. Evan.
Well, I agree with Carl's point. Indy likes to just hang in there. Like they keep it competitive. Maybe not until the fourth quarter. Sometimes they blow up in the fourth quarter, but I still think Buffalo has this one by an easy margin.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Joshua, and people aren't talking about him in the MVP talk this year as much as they have been in the past, which I think is beneficial for him. I think that's kind of a good thing. I mean, they're winning fucking football games. So
I think he's in the top 2 for consideration most.
Right now, last I saw, it was Mahomes and Lamar.
Really, Mahomes?
Because they're undefeated.
Yeah, I wouldn't have him up there.
They're undefeated.
It's garbage year.
Yeah, but you guys know what the MVP means. It's just the quarterback with the most wins.
Yeah, but it's usually the quarterback that has the best year.
At least somewhat statistically.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, man. That whole thing is a joke.
I don't know. A lot of the quarterbacks are down this year statistically. Like
True.
Nobody's passing the ball at the rate they were the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
like a 300 game was normal every week, and now it's like we're not even getting them this week.
And somehow it feels like wide receivers are getting injured more too. On top of that, however that's the case.
Well, they still got to run a route every play.
Well, true, but I guess you'd think there's less hits, less throwing the ball, less hits. Although unless they're doing more run blocking, that's the general scheme of things.
But it's weird because to Evan's point, the receiver thing going on, it's not like running backs are tearing it up either. The running back numbers are way down too. So
there haven't been as many running back injuries this year either. I feel like yet. There's still half a season to go, but
unless you're the Lions, you're not running the ball very well. Or Philly too. Philly runs the ball really well. But
in Baltimore.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. Usually, through a NFL season, you'd have at least 10 teams that were fucking juggernaut on the ground. Out of 16 teams, you would see at least 8 that were run heavy. That's not the case. So
a lot of them aren't built for it.
Right. With this one though, this game, I'm gonna go ahead and take Indy to lose at home to Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills. Next one, we got Denver at Kansas City. We got kicked out. You see that shit? Look at that. Excuse us for that commercial-free interruption. It happens. We're over it. We're moving on. Denver at Kansas City. I'm going to go ahead and take Kansas City here. I don't believe in Denver. They were hot. They were cute for a little bit. But I don't. I'm going to take Kansas City, especially at home. I'm going to take Kansas City. Carl?
Yeah. Kansas City is going to lose this season eventually, but not this week.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe last week, if they were healthy, I think they would have lost last week. But Denver, I don't think is going to beat them. It could happen. I mean, it's a division game, but I'm rolling with KC. I don't think Denver beats them at home.
Tampa almost had that game last week in overtime. Leading up to overtime, excuse me. Evan.
Set. No, I'm picking Denver on this one.
Ooh.
I had good luck with them last time. Casey hasn't been blowing people away.
No, they have
Denver, not. And Denver, outside of Baltimore, has not been getting blown away. I think this is just one of those weird divisional matchups. They're coming up. Casey's coming off a short week too. That's usually a little bit of a higher indicator for percentages of losing. So I'm taking the upset on Denver.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. You almost just sold me on picking them, but every time I do that, it's bit me. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay with Kansas City. I'm gonna go ahead and just hang out, and I'm gonna chill there with Kansas City.
Evan smoked some crack when we got kicked off of the fucking video chat.
My boogie bear. All right, Atlanta at New Orleans. Atlanta beat the hell out of Dallas because Dallas is a dumpster fire, but we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. New Orleans is starting to fire sale. They got rid of Lattimore. That's like one of their best defensive players, minus the other guy on the front line there. New Orleans is falling apart at the seams. After the first 2 weeks, people were like, I was part of that train where I was like, damn, New Orleans is fucking good this year. Holy shit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Fuck that. Give me Kirko Chains as my lock. Evan.
Bling bling, baby. Kirko Chains the same. I wanted to look into that head coaching record of first-time head coaches
Dennis
coming
Allen's
in on the interim. But what the hell?
I forgot. I take that back. It's no longer my lock. No longer my lock. Nope. Cancel the lock.
What?
Cancel the lock. Cancel the lock.
You say you can't hear me?
No, I said cancel the lock.
Oh, I thought you said his audio's gone.
No, I said I forgot about Dennis Allen.
I thought he said that too.
I still think New Orleans is too broken. Is Olave even going to be back for this game?
I don't think so.
So I think Drake London's out too.
Oh, yeah, God.
I just don't see it. I don't think it happens.
Okay.
It's not an undefeated record, but yeah, I'm going on Atlanta.
Okay. Cancel that lock. All right. Carl.
Keep canceling. Yeah, I'm rolling with Atlanta too. New Orleans, I think they're missing their deep target, Rashid Shaheed. He was blowing it up the first 2 weeks.
He's good at football, isn't he?
Yeah. And so I think Derek Carr's missing that field stretcher, and they don't have him. So, and yeah, I think you're right. New Orleans is kind of they're fire selling. So, and Atlanta's on the way up. They've been playing well the last like 3-4 weeks. So I think they get it done.
Evan, you back in the seeds again? I remember.
am trying to cut back on smoking. So
Right. That's why I went to Zyn, a future sponsor possibly. Um,
I can't do that shit. It makes me sick.
I remember when Evan went on a seed kick when we lived together like fucking 7 years ago. It's pretty funny. Okay, we gotta we're gonna keep pushing the train along here. We got San Francisco going to Tampa Bay. I have been picking Tampa pretty much every week just because I'm rooting for fucking Maker. Love Maker. San Francisco, they're not the same team they have been over the past couple seasons. It's relevant. That started week 2 actually when they went up to Minnesota. Minnesota kicked their ass. It's really been that kind of trend for them. But now remember they did lose to Kyler Murray as well too recently. But they're getting CMC back. Evan, start with this one.
Yeah, it's the return of. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, there he
Yes.
is.
It's the return of CMC. Juwan Jennings comes back. I know Ayuk is lost for the season, but they get a healthy Debo back. So I'm going San Francisco all the way here.
San Francisco. Coral.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Frisco too. They haven't been the same team as they have the last couple of years, but that's because they don't care about the regular season anymore. They're strictly playoff team. So
Yeah.
um, they'll get it done. So I think with Christian McCaffrey back, I think this will probably be kind of an easy W. I think Tampa Bay's just missing all their. I mean, come on, Chris Godwin was blown before
Yeah.
he got hurt, and
Yeah.
Mike Evans was too. So I think without those two guys, they're gonna be. They might be in some games, but they're gonna be losing. So
Yeah.
especially this week.
With everything both you guys said, I'm in agreement. I mean, this is. I've been on the Tampa train, and I still hope for them. I really want Baker to do well, but I'm going to take San Francisco just because. God damn it. It's in Tampa. Change. Nope. I'm going. Slime me up, baby. Slime me up. Yes.
Slime you up.
Yes. Give me
I
fucking
think Evans
Maker.
got a slime finger for you.
Give me Maker. And I saw Maker popping these on the sideline,
yeah.
too. I love him. I love that guy. I want to fucking party with him. And also, there's a lot of NFL players talking about he's like the ultimate locker room bro. This makes me like him more. Okay,
I
moving
can
on.
see that.
Yeah, that's like a shocker, huh? You know?
No.
Oh, you're telling me fucking Maker will fucking pound some beers with you? Yeah, shocker. Okay.
He looks like he gives the shocker.
Oh, for sure he does. Pittsburgh at Washington. I'm taking Washington. Carl.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. Their offense has been playing a lot better since they put in Russell Wilson, and their defense is still one of the best in the league. I think they're giving up the least amount of points. And Washington's key is their offense. So I think one of the top offenses meets the top defense. It usually translates to the top defense winning, unless their offense can overpower them. But I'm taking Pittsburgh, and I was surprised that they were getting Washington was getting so many points.
There you go. They're
Yeah,
favored by a
sorry.
field goal, 2.5. So
Right.
and they're at home. The Pittsburgh, okay, Evan, what are you taking?
Well, this is going to tie in a little bit later to my, we'll call it this ties into my gypsy corner a little bit later, but I'm going to go Washington. They're at home. I think the pick of Lattimore, did I say Lattimore? That's what I thought I heard you say the last time. It was Lattimore. I was laughing.
We're going Harry Potter
No.
on this shit.
Yeah. I think the pickup of Lattimore is all the difference for their defense, and it's going to be just enough to outlast the Steelers. I think it's going to be like a 24-21 game.
Yeah, I mean, no one's expecting Pittsburgh to score more than 20 points average. I mean, come on. Defense is great, though. Defense is great. That's undeniable. But your offense, I don't know. We'll see. I like Washington because I like Washington to win the East, and I like Jaden Daniels a lot. There's a guy I know in fantasy who took him pretty late, and he's looking pretty genius right now. Here we go. Minnesota at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's... Wait, they won last week too, right?
No.
No?
Jacksonville?
They lost? Or am I thinking the week prior? What am I thinking of? Who the hell they lose to last week?
I think you're thinking of the week prior.
Yeah, I
They
must be.
played Philly, right?
Mhm.
And then didn't they play Green Bay the week before?
Oh,
I
fuck.
think they beat Green Bay.
We didn't even go over the Saquon reverse fucking jump thing. But we haven't talked
That
about
was
Philly yet.
sick.
We haven't even talked about Philly. Anyways, Carl, I want to go to you first here. We got Minnesota.
Minnesota at Jacksonville.
Bam, go for it.
Yeah, Minnesota all the way.
Carl,
I don't fuck with Minnesota
there it
anymore.
is. There it is.
I don't fuck with them. So, they're one of the best teams right now.
Oh yeah.
Their defense is good, and they don't have Sam Darnold doing anything crazy. And I think as long as they keep that recipe, they'll keep winning. Especially Jacksonville's a dumpster fire. So
Oh yeah.
they should easily win this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also on Minnesota. Gypsy is our resident Minnesota Vikings football fan. Minnesota, I thought, oh, well, you know what? The last time Evan was actually on his own show, they were undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Take that into consideration. What's the record right now?
What are they? 6-2 now?
Right?
5-2, 6-2.
5-2, or I think 6-2.
Yeah, so it looks like every time you're on, they win, and when you miss shows, they lose.
Well, I didn't want that part of the undefeated season.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! But okay, Evan, tell us what you see. You're the homer here, so what do you like?
I think Jacksonville makes it interesting. I'm a little concerned about our defense, if I'm being honest. Last week was fine, but the 2 weeks prior got torched for absolutely no reason. Darnold's coming.
You
a
were
little bit down.
playing Detroit.
Oh,
Well,
that's fair. There should be an asterisk to that, Evan. It's Detroit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even to that level. Well, and that was a close game in and of itself.
Yeah. It
we'll talk
was.
about there.
It was. It was. With all your missing pieces, it still was a close game.
But I think Jacksonville gets a couple deep shots, maybe keeps it interesting. Can't get a win in. You can't get a win easy as Minnesota. So I sit on the win now.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I've been betting Minnesota, and they've been keeping me out of the doghouse. So thank you, KOC, who I also put a future in for Coach of the Year. So hopefully that pans out.
Absolutely.
He has a lot to deal with, though, with Coach DC. All right. We just got done with the 10 p.m.s. We're just getting into ones. That's how front-loaded it is because of the Thursday and Germany game. It fucks up the whole thing. 1 p.m., Tennessee at the Chargers. I have been on record since the beginning of our show. I am a Harbaugh maniac. I love Harbaugh. He's the fucking man. Give me LAC at home as my lock. Bam, bam. Evan.
Well, I can't let you have anything nice because I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
You locking too?
I think it's gonna be a real boring game. I think it's gonna be more of a snooze fest than Giants Carolina. But I think the Chargers are definitely the better coach team, so I am taking the Chargers as my lock as well.
Nice. I feel good because I'm bad at locks, and you've chosen without me knowing you chose them. So I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
This is good for Ben.
Good job, Ben.
Yeah, good job, Ben. You dumbass. All right, Lido. Where we going, babe?
I'm taking the Chargers. I'm not locking them in because Tennessee's just a dumpster.
Yeah.
They're a lit dumpster fire that a bum probably lives in at this point. They're terrible. And the Chargers aren't bad. They're
sneaky, bro.
Good last week, yeah. So I think if they can get what's his face going,
Herbert.
Yeah, if they can get Herbert going, I think they're kind of saving it for like the end of the year. They're trying to come on strong at the end.
Harbaugh, huh?
they're like, oh, we're just gonna run the ball all year,
Yeah.
and they're gonna just light people up at the end of the year.
Yeah. I agree with you because if you look, beginning of the season, like the first 5 weeks, they were extremely run heavy. I think that had a lot to do with Herbert's ankle. But now the past 2 or 3 games, Herbert's been airing it out. Lad, McConkey, what boy can play receiver.
White boy.
Do you remember how many rookie wide
Wookie?
receivers? Yeah.
Evan's got so much salt in his mouth right now from the fucking seeds.
Do you remember how many rookie wide receivers I had? I think I had Ladd McConkey. I don't know if I drafted Brian Thomas Jr. or not. I had a couple of them. And they're all hitting out.
I don't think he was drafted.
Okay, I just yard sold and spilled everywhere, so we got to keep moving here. I'm going to go last in this next one. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the shitty Dallas Cowboys. You know what? Let's start with Carl, Evan, and then I'll be right back. Guys, go for it.
All right. I mean, this one's, I think it's pretty obvious. Dallas is real banged up. I think they're getting Micah Parsons back, and they might have CeeDee Lamb, but I don't see Dallas pulling this one out. Philly's probably going to crush them, and I have this as my lock pick because, yeah, Dallas has been terrible on defense, and Saquon can run this shit out of the ball. So, Philly.
It's a fair lock. I'm the same. I'm going Philly. Dallas is, like you said, a dumpster fire, and until Jerry Jones descends into the 8th circle of hell where he belongs, that's the way they're going to be.
Damn, he had to skip all the other circles, and you just went straight to 8.
Well, I think was it 8th is greed, so that fits.
Oh, that does fit. Wow, Evan, you really thought that joke out.
Well, I saw. What did I see as the Gridiron Heights? You ever seen that cartoon?
Funny edit. It's gonna look weird because there were some fuck ups here, and I had to recalibrate and start over. So, where we left off, they chose Philly. Carl had the lock on Philly. Evan had Philly. I took Dallas because I'm a homer and I'm a sucker. Dallas sucks. They're not good, but I'm still gonna pick them because I'm a fucking rider. Jets at Arizona. I'm taking Arizona. Kyler Murray at home has been electric. The Jets they got Reddick back, and Rodgers has been playing well, but still give me Arizona. Carl.
Give me Kyler and his little way all day at home.
Hell yeah.
I just think the Jets they're not good.
No,
they're bad.
No, they're not.
They're not the only New York team that's bad, so.
That's awesome, dude.
It's all around, baby.
That's awesome. I love that. Ooh, we're getting a little tour. We're getting a little tour of the Gypsy's ball, his crystal ball. Yeah. Look at that.
And back in the dungeon.
And back in the dungeon. Yeah. Kyler's been pretty damn good, though. Arizona's sneaky good. They're very sneaky good. And I've been riding them. They've been keeping me in this competition. Well, the best that I'm in this comp.
I feel like they should be a little better, but.
Evan, who you taking?
I'm also taking Arizona. As I'm going to rewind, the Jets are a joke, and Aaron Rodgers is on too many drugs.
Hell yeah. Okay. Detroit at Houston Sunday night. Detroit is an absolute motherfucking wagon. Houston defense allows teams to score on them, and Detroit can score whenever the fuck they want. Give me Detroit. Evan.
Same. I think Houston's offensive line is a liability, and they're just not as dominant as everyone thought.
Coral.
Yeah, I agree with Evan. They're not as dominant as everyone thought. I thought when they got Stephon Diggs, that would probably help them a little bit, but since he's out for the year, I think they are getting Nico Collins back, but I don't think it'll be enough to mess with Detroit. Didn't Detroit just trade for Zadarius Smith too?
Wait, did they?
I think so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that does give Detroit a dangerous pass rusher as well. So
damn.
And they've been missing that since Hutchinson.
Hey Hutch.
So, I still think Detroit's a fucking top-notch team. So I think they'll get through Houston.
And I thought when Daniil Hunter went to Houston that he was going to bring something to that
Oh yeah,
that
me
line.
too.
Yeah, but he's disappeared. He is not
Flores
the same.
tapped out just in time.
I think so. I think Flores made a great decision by unloading him. Yeah, Flores is a hell of a fucking DC. Great DC, not a good head coach, but good DC.
I'll keep him around for a few more years.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Well, because KOC's gonna be around for a while in Minnesota, right?
Oh yeah, I mean he's a god now. He
So
ain't going
if
nowhere.
Brian Flores has a top 3 defense at the end of the year, I don't know what his contract is with you guys, but he's gonna be head coach somewhere else. So
I think he's at least locked down till next year.
Monday night, those Miami Dolphins are going to the LA Rams. Carl, where you going, man?
I'm gonna pick the home team on this one. I think Miami doesn't piss Puka off enough to throw any punches, and so I think he'll stay in the game, and they'll win.
Yeah,
I think Miami will come back to life sometime at this point during the season. I just don't know if it's this week.
Yeah, Puka looks like he's from a neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Evan,
Bienvenido in Miami.
That was
Let's
hot.
go for Miami.
that was hot. That was hot. That was sexy. Hell
I'm
yeah.
taking Miami in the upset. I think this is going to be a shootout, but I think Miami starts
Yeah.
hitting their stride this week, and they might fall short of the playoffs. But I think they're the team to beat going forward for the AFC.
I mean, what's crazy, the Bills have a possibility to wrap up that division as early as this month, right? They can literally, because the Jets, I believe, are in second in that division, and they only have 3 wins.
Oh wow.
I think they're tied with the Dolphins technically.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm gonna take the Rams because the Rams I feel are dangerous right now. They're firing. Matthew Stafford is good fucking quarterback. God damn it! And Sean McVay he always puts his team in a position to be successful, man. I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams at home, and they're only a 2.5 point favorite. We're talking about a field goal here. That's it. A field goal favorite according to Vegas. Give me the Rams. All right. So same game picks. We got Chicago, Buffalo, Atlanta, Minnesota, Chargers, Arizona, and Detroit, Michigan. Okay. Before I let you assholes out of here, we got to do a Super Bowl predictor. You got to give me your NFC team and your AFC team. Now, you're going to get 5 points at the end of the year when we go through the playoffs if those teams make it to that position. I just thought of a wrinkle. We're going to add something in. When we get close to the end of the year, I'm going to allow us to change for a deduction. But for now, that's what we're playing for. Also, if any of those teams make it into the actual Super Bowl, you get to bonus Jeopardy at the end and levy as many points as you want on that team. But they have to win, though. They have to win. For example, so myself, I'm going fucking Detroit Lions, NFC, and Bills, AFC. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see Joshua Allen versus Coach Campbell. Evan.
I'm going to put a little gypsy magic spin on this one. So my AFC champions are going to be the Ravens.
Okay.
I think they are going to knock off the Chiefs. God forbid we see them in another Super Bowl.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
And I'm going to put a little gypsy magic twist on this one. The only way I say the Commanders are my pick, and the only way is if they beat Pittsburgh this week. If they lose to Pittsburgh, I will take Detroit.
So you get 2 picks.
No, I only get 1, but it's contingent.
Carl?
Sounds like some bullshit.
We're going to give it to him because we love Evan. And he's recently engaged.
We love Evan, and Ben really needs this to work out.
This is not about me.
Make up 20 points.
This is not about me. This is not about me.
This is called Ben Dead Redemption.
No, hold on a second.
Ben Dead Redemption. I like that.
If I was...
That's what we're gonna call it.
Aw,
Ben
shit.
Dead Redemption.
God damn it. Well, it's not about me. It's about us. And you guys have the same opportunity. You can pick whoever the fuck you want. Whoever you want. So, speaking of which, Carl, where are you going?
Evan kind of stole my pick. I'm gonna pick Baltimore too. Uh, Not because I'm a big Kansas City hater, but just because I don't feel like even last year I didn't feel like they played that well during the season, and they kind of turned it on in the playoffs, and they could do the same thing this year. Their defense is good, but I think Baltimore is the overall better team.
Okay.
I think if they get it together a little bit more on defense, their offense has been almost unstoppable this year. So I really like them taking the AFC. And in the NFC, Detroit just seems like the best team.
Doesn't they? I mean,
Um,
come on, man.
they're, I mean, Minnesota's close. I feel like if they had no offense to Sam Darnold, but a little better quarterback play,
Yeah.
they would probably be a top team. But I
Yeah.
think Jared Goff is just killing it, and
Killing it.
if he can keep it up, I think they take the NFC.
Okay. This is why I didn't pick Minnesota. Evan, I'm going to show you something, a little trick I learned from some really sick, sadistic gamblers. Close your eyes. Can you see Sam Darnold with confetti flowing over him from a Super Bowl win? Can you even visualize that? Yes or no? Think about it.
I can't.
Close your eyes. Can you even see his face?
Can, but it's got to be all gold confetti to match those ginger drapes.
The confetti thing is actually something I heard from Barstool. It's actually it's a good thing though. It's like, yeah, close your eyes. Can you envision them as a confetti quarterback? And I don't feel Dak's that way. I don't feel he's that way. I don't think Sam Darnold is either. Goff, I think Goff can be confetti quarterback. All right, boys. Well, I'll tell you what. It's week 10. We're gonna revisit the Super Bowl thing. This isn't finite. We're gonna revisit this thing. It's later in the season. All right.
Yeah, like at the end.
Close to it can't be dead end though.
Like-
it has to be probably like the next 4 or 5 weeks. Because I think we'll do it like week 15 or 14. That way, if we do it at the fucking end, we already got buys and shit. We already know who's already getting seated where. So,
Maybe
Well, that's part
We'll
of the
see.
fun.
early
15, 16.
preliminaries. All right, we'll check it out. All right, boys. Glad to see you.
Ben Dead Redemption.
Well, yeah, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me. Also,
Ben was like, "How can I make all points in one game?"
That's not even what I ever even thought about. Like, now that you say that out loud, I can make up points, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I never really thought
Never
about
thought
that.
of that before.
Never thought of that. I'm still in this thing. It's only week 10. If I can
You can.
if I can go. Oh, by the way, last week, this is
Just as the
embarrassing.
Bills and Lions go to the Super Bowl.
This is embarrassing. Hold on a sec. Last week, out of the first from Thursday all the way through the 10 a.m. games, I was in first. I went 7-2. And then the afternoon struck, and I went 1-3. Yes. So I can fucking pick them, boys. I'm just not lacing them together. I'm also chasing a bit. So that's all right. It looks like I'm buying the trophy. I've already set aside a kitty for that from when I asked you guys. Remember a couple weeks back, I asked the whole league to vote on those 2 Monday night games. Yeah, I won like 300 some bucks from those bets. That's sitting on the side. That's pretty much going to cover my trophy if I lose for the league. So, all right, boys. Well, hey, adios, toodaloo, au revoir, bye.
You're
Bye.